Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. You know what time it is. It's Babylon 5 time, and today we're watching Season 2, Episode 8. Wait for this great title, A Race Through Dark Places. Friends, I can't wait anymore, so wait no longer, we shall. If you could do me a favor though, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time to board Babylon 5. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and we didn't get all dressed up for nothing, because now it's time for Babylon 5, Season 2, Episode 8, A Race Through Dark Places. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go! Right into it.
We've had a lot of Earth Force military transports come through lately, forcing us to route some of our commercial traffic elsewhere. But they say it's only temporary. We should be back on track soon.
Also, Earth Force doesn't have to charge, eh? Or pay.
The space on Babylon 5 is at a premium. The larger the living quarters, the more Earth can charge for rent. They want us to relocate to smaller quarters or start paying rent.
Rent?
Yes, sir. 30 credits a week, starting immediately.
Oh, yeah? Well, you can tell Earth Central they can take a flying...
It's only 30 credits a week, sir. It's not that much.
I don't care if it's 1 credit a week. I don't care if it's...
It's ridiculous.
I am not moving, and I am not paying the rent. And neither are you.
Sir?
Mm-hmm.
We were on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, busting our butts for Earth, and now they want to charge us for an extra 5 square feet?
7 feet.
Come on.
I'll go living down below before I'll pay them a penny. And you can tell those bean counters that they can go to hell. And that's for both of us.
Yes, sir.
All right, John.
And it was starting out to be such a nice, quiet little day.
Susan. Notice that. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God, we're in a completely different spot.
This is unnecessary, you know? If you'd just give us the information we need, we could stop this. You were raised by the core, clothed by the core. We are your father and your mother. Don't force us to do this.
Okay, so this guy in the chair is Psycor.
You know there's an underground railroad helping unregistered telepaths. We know you gave them access to our files. Who was your contact? Who's running the operation? There has to be a central clearinghouse for the Underground Railroad. Where is it?
Hurry out a little.
He's blocking. Jesus. Jesus.
He's dead.
No shit.
Betrayed by his final thoughts.
Babylon 5.
Babylon 5.
Oh, I got chills, man. This show, holy shit. Okay, everybody. John's telling us about why Babylon 5 was built, which is a... Holy shit. Okay, so Underground Railroad telepaths trying to get unregistered Psi users. Where are they taking them? After Babylon 5, I mean, this show is amazing.
This is the story of the last of the Babylon stations. The year is 2259. The name of the place is
Babylon 5. Chills, God. All right, John, you're already pissed about the rent, buddy. Keep that energy. You're likely going to meet somebody who's a total prick. A beautifully portrayed prick, but you're gonna. It looks like you're in for it, Bester baby. Woo!
They nibble a little bit here, a little bit there. Next thing you know, you're not even in charge of your own command anymore.
No taxation without representation. Give me liberty or give me death.
Abso-fraggin-lutely. 30 credits a week. I say let them cut back on those expense account lunches, then come talk to me. Right?
Right.
I've got a spare cot at my place.
You've got a spare cot.
Yeah.
I don't even have a spare cot. How the hell do you rate a spare cot?
Well, requisitioned it for medical purposes.
Damn. Always knew I should have been a doctor.
Come on, John.
May I speak with you for a moment? Privately.
Of course.
Is the name of that bar Earhart's? Is that what it is?
If you could help me better understand what it is to be human. And if I am to be a bridge of understanding between humans and Minbari.
We got the hair. The hair's working out now.
What would you suggest?
Dinner.
Dinner?
Dinner. In all my time here, I have rarely sat and just talked.
Talk about what?
Anything. Everything. Except business and negotiations and whose trade agreement is being most unfair to the others.
All right. I'll set it up and get back to you. This evening, okay?
Look at the background movement.
Until then, Captain.
I always admire shots like that where you have a conversation that's mid-conversation when they move to another area, but then in the background you got so much, movement. Any wrong move would be a reset. I love that. Shows a little bit of risk. I like it. I really want to see the Delenn-John dinner date, but I'm assuming Bester's going to ruin all that shit.
For some time now, we have been aware of an underground
Here we go.
railroad, smuggling unregistered telepaths away from Earth to the outer colonies where the core can't reach them. We believe the underground railroad is operating through Babylon 5. We'd appreciate your cooperation, Captain.
I'd like to talk to my people for a moment.
They know you, and I want to know what they have to say. Oh, Talia leaves. Ooh, not one of John's people.
We're obliged to uphold the laws of Earth Alliance. It doesn't mean we have to like it. And if there is some kind of illegitimate travel going through here...
You don't have to look too hard, though.
We took away every right they had and shoved them into a big black box called Psycor. Now look at them. Black uniforms, jack boots, giving orders. Some days they scare the hell out of me.
If you ask me, we created our own monster. And maybe we deserve it.
Own monster or own master?
Did you scan them?
Ms. Winters, you know the rules against scanning normals without their permission?
Yes, so I did.
Murderer.
What's wrong?
You didn't hear that?
What?
They're here. I was right.
Yeah, and they're talking to you, buddy.
He's here, all right. I saw him.
Did he sense you?
I love this guy.
Look, we knew this was going to happen sooner or later. So what we have to do now is warn the runner and get the hell out of here.
The runner.
So we don't have any choice. We have to kill him.
Oh, business is picking up. I love that guy, the lurker, the dude that they talked to before. Really good actor. Everybody, it's not that crazy. I mean, go about your conversations.
I decided that as part of learning more about humans, I would try to dress like one tonight.
Huh.
I hope it does not offend you.
Why would it? I love it.
Very attractive. Please.
Are they setting something up between John and Delenn?
Something I can do for you?
Yeah. Yeah, go back to your salad, dude. I hate shit like that. I hate shit like that.
The woman who sold me this told me that I would definitely turn heads.
Yeah, well, if they turn much further, you'd be sued for whiplash.
She's like, whatever that is.
What would you recommend?
Well, let's see what we have. Huh?
Can she drink? We know that Lanier said that they can't. Without going like psychotic. I know it's not fair to Catherine, but I really always wanted to see Jeff and Delenn. I really did.
Hey, everybody! Garibaldi's here on official business.
Oh, well then. Next round's on Mr. Garibaldi.
Try to enforce that shit.
Know the rules, no official business inside Earhart's where you buy everybody drinks.
Earhart's. Nice.
So, what can I do for you?
I need a contact inside the Underground Railroad.
Great. Good hunting to you.
Yeah.
Look, Michael, there's no love lost between me and the Psycor, but I've got nothing to do with this.
An operation like this couldn't work without support from someone inside the station. I figured it was you.
Me? I'm gonna go back to my quarters and get some sleep.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about.
I told him, Mac, if you ever bring that cat within 15 feet of me again, I will have you both up on charges.
They're gonna close the place down.
We believe that no race can be truly intelligent without laughter. In Temple, we spent one whole year just learning how to appreciate humor.
Really?
Back on Earth, we have the Laughing Buddha. And then there's the school of Zen mysticism that teaches enlightenment through laughter.
It would appear that we have much more in common.
Nice, John.
Who'd have thought?
Oh, there's definitely some shit going on here between the two of them.
Ah, Ms. Winters. Good. I know it's late. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No.
I've been thinking about our last experience together, the Jason Ironheart situation.
Oh, boy. Careful, Talia. He'll realize you're not a P5 anymore.
I give you a gift. The only gift I have to give.
Has it grown, Talia? Whoo!
He's been in my mind twice today. Why hasn't he seen this?
He can't. Maybe he's not strong enough.
Was that the other part of the gift?
Made her impossible to scan. Oh, Ironheart, you clever son of a bitch. Uh-oh.
Your quarters and mine have been sealed until we either move to smaller quarters or begin paying rent on the bigger ones. I was just on my way to rent a room when I saw you.
No. No way in hell. That's just as bad as paying them for using our own quarters. No, sir.
This is utterly ridiculous.
All right, then. What do you suggest?
That was a hard cut. I wasn't sure exactly what we were looking at.
And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Mary had a little lamb.
Man, this is grim.
Comfortable?
Couldn't be better.
Good. Gotta take a hard line with these people, Susan. Can't show a moment's weakness.
They're in his office.
I don't know, sir. How many Minbari does it take to screw in a light bulb?
None. They always surrender right before they finish the job, and they never tell you why.
Come on, Susan. That's great.
Well, at least I'm an intelligent life form, according to the Minbari. I think I like that. I think I like that a lot.
Now then focus that like into hatred for Earth Force and tell them to pay for your effing rooms.
Obviously, things back home have been a little tense ever since the president died.
When you guys killed him?
According to the news, it was an accident.
And so it was. Still, if you could keep an eye on things for us, we'd...
Almost ready.
Yeah, they're coming for you, Bester. Bester's not bad with the gun. Oh, shit, they got... Oh, of course. Wrong one, guys.
You mean you haven't heard from her since the attack?
No, but I'm sure she's fine. It's me they were after.
Unless they took her in order to get to you.
Yeah, dude.
Won't do them any good. She doesn't know anything that could hurt me or the Corps.
Oh, okay, well then, she's expendable.
You should have told her she was missing as soon as you called in.
If you're this worried, Mr. Garibaldi, I suggest you double your efforts to find these people.
Oh, man, I'd love for Mike to knock him out, but I don't think that's possible. Walter's killing that role. Killing it. Okay, so that's no way that's a great, because she has heels on. It must have some type of cover over it.
What do you want from me? I want you to understand.
Damn, I like that guy. He's got such a cool delivery.
They want to arrange a meeting between you and the head of the operation. Just you, nobody else. And if anyone else shows, the meeting's off. No, this isn't a hostage situation, Captain. The situation is spinning out of control. They're trapped. They're trying to find a way out without anyone else getting hurt.
It's interesting they came to Franklin.
The Corps raised me. It gave me everything I have. And took away everything you were born with. Took away your freedom, and you wear that badge and those gloves. Keeps you separate from them, from each other. Dependent, afraid.
Oh, man, that guy's so good. These guys remind me of the Morlocks from X-Men.
Would it interest you to know that I'm married, Mr. Garibaldi? That I have a 5-year-old daughter?
Really?
Hardly the description of a monster.
Yeah.
I'm putting a team together now. We'll pick you up at your quarters in an hour, and we'll go in together. That's together. Clear?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
The Corps took me in. Said I was a P11. As high as you can go before they turn you into a Psy cop.
Really?
They picked another P11 and said I had to marry him. They wanted to increase the odds of breeding a P12 or higher. Felt hands lifting me out of bed. The next morning they tried to tell me it was all just a dream. 4 weeks later I discovered I was pregnant.
Oh my God.
When she was born, they took her from me. As soon as I could walk, I escaped from the hospital. Never saw my baby again.
Oh my God. Jesus, this is awful, man.
You're asking me to take everything I believe and turn it upside down. Why?
They need you.
Your friend Ironheart was my friend too. They experimented on both of us. They pushed me up here. They made me a P12, maybe even a P13. But Ironheart went further than I did. When he escaped, I went with him.
Oh my God.
Help set all this up.
We can't let anything happen to this guy.
I know you can help us if you want to.
Balls of steel, John. John's growing on me. Yes. I can hear everybody out there. Liking John yet? Yes. John is growing on me. Similar to the Jeff effect.
I thought the message said for me to come alone.
It did.
Well, don't you think your presence might scare off the guy who's running this operation?
He is.
I am the guy running this operation.
And I think you should listen to him. I think you should listen to all of them.
Ooh, business is picking up. We gotta get rid of this guy.
Genetic manipulation, breeding telepaths against their will, so-called relocation camps for rogue telepaths that aren't much better than concentration camps.
See, I can see Franklin absolutely. This is right along his personality.
They were filtered into Babylon 5 on business visas. Last year, I set up a clinic down below so we could start processing runaways and...
But there are laws. And whether I like them or not, I'm a soldier. I am honor-bound to obey the law.
And as a doctor, I'm honor-bound to help these people.
If I don't turn you in, I'm an accomplice.
No. There's a third option.
He's coming.
Nice of you to wait for Garibaldi. He's got other orders to kill the guy I like.
Listen to me. You have nothing to be afraid of. Come back with me.
Put your gun away.
You'll destroy them inch by inch as a lesson to the rest. You want to keep us frightened and isolated, not just from normals, but from each other. But what happens when the gloves come off?
Don't force me to...
Dude, you can't go up against all of them. That one kid says he's a 12, maybe a 13. They'll pop your head like a melon, man.
You! Now!
Oh, no, man.
I'd have preferred to take a few alive, but better to set an example. The main thing is leader's gone.
No, no, no.
You had me going for a moment there.
The Corps is mother, the Corps is father. I know where my loyalties lie.
Was this a fake? Please tell me this is a fake.
I suggest you take a different route back. We'll, of course, deny all knowledge of this unfortunate incident.
But he shot a couple people, too. It's not that... Did they make him see something different?
I don't suppose anyone would like to tell me.
Oh, thank God.
Bester came down the hallway. He said something. Talia came out, joined the others. Then he stopped. He stared for a moment.
Christ, that scared me, man.
He saw what we wanted him to see.
An illusion?
A telepathic projection.
I thought Cyclops were too strong for that sort of thing.
Not when they're all together, yeah.
And no more Underground Railroad.
Babylon 5's gotten too hot for it. Others will pick up where I left off. My part's over.
Oh my God, they got me so bad. They 100% got me.
Get your people out of here, and I don't want to see any of them around here again. Clear?
Oh man, I bought that hook, line, and sinker. I was like, Talia, you bitch!
I'm not saying what I'm saying. I'm not saying what I'm thinking. As a matter of fact, I'm not thinking what I'm thinking. There's only one thing on my mind right now.
What's that?
Get my quarters back.
I mean, in here. You know too much. If Bester scans you, he'll...
Can't scan you.
Can you keep him out?
I think so. Jason's little gift.
He gave you more than you know. What we did back there shouldn't have worked, not with that side cop.
It was you.
You tipped the balance.
Oh my God, this is so cool.
You're more than you think you are.
Then what am I?
Hope.
The future.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh, I love that guy. Oh my God.
I'm deducting 60 credits per week from the budget set aside to maintain combat readiness and applying it against the rent. On the grounds that I'm not ready to fight anybody until I've had a decent night's sleep in my own damn bed. You got a problem with that?
No.
Part of the defense budget. I like it.
I hope you'll give some thought to what I asked the other day. I was informed that Sheridan would be supportive of the Corps. I'm disappointed by his attitude.
Manipulate him.
You won't have a problem keeping an eye on him, will you?
No. No problem at all.
See you next time, Ms. Winters.
Next time. Damn, Walter. No. He's trying. He tried. I guarantee you he tried. You can stop him, Talia. You're stronger than him.
You were having far too much fun at my expense.
Oh my God.
You were right and I was wrong about the Corps. I can't go into details, but in light of recent events, I think we need to reevaluate our relationship. I need someone to talk to. And strange as this sounds...
Trusts you.
No. You don't offend me. But that does.
Yeah, take that shit off. Even though I think the badge is cool as hell. Look at that shot. Oh, look at that shot. It's a damn good episode. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, holy shit, that was fun. That's probably the worst I've been. That's the worst I've been got in a long time. Oh my God, I loved it. All right, everybody, we just finished watching Babylon 5, Season 2, Episode 8, A Race Through Dark Places. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everyone, we just finished A Race Through Dark Places, the 8th episode of the 2nd season of Babylon 5. This one was incredibly fun for me. It's simply because the thing that I think I like the most about shows is when I am completely and utterly fooled, when I'm completely and utterly wrong. I revel in being inaccurate. I think it is absolutely the best because that is the greatest type of surprise for me. You know, whenever I'm reading a book or watching a show or listening to music even, you know, and you think it's going one way and it goes the other, and it's just the complete opposite way. Oh my God, that sequence where Talia, it looked like Talia went completely batshit, like she was an agent of Psycor. My heart and soul dropped. You could see it. I will make no excuses. Friends, I 100%, but I'm not going to try to make myself sound cool. Like, oh yeah, I had a little bit of thought that maybe, nope. It wasn't until it was all over that I thought, please let that be a trick. And then I'm like, wait a minute, no, Bester shot people too. There's no way they could have like faked like the plasma charge. I mean, there's just, and then the mind stuff it did come to me at the very end that they put like an illusion in his mind. But I mean, literally a second before they cut back to all of them standing holding hands, I was completely taken by that. So my question for all of you is this: those of you when you watched it the first time, and again, I will completely believe you if you say, "Oh no, man, I never thought that Talia had turned." I will believe you. But what did you all think? Did you get got? I mean, I got. And okay, so here's the thing I want to ask too: if you saw through it, saw through the facade, saw through the illusion, what tipped you off? Because I obviously missed something. I obviously missed something that was a tell. Talia has always been a very nebulous character for me. Again, she's closed and walled off for a very, very good reason. I mean, when you know exactly what she's been through, the fact that she's like, they go through the rigmarole of making them so separate from the rest of society. They can't really have these Psy-Corps agents or cops or whatever kind of like mingling with everybody else. They want them to feel different, behave different, be treated different. They need to almost dehumanize them, so they start looking at everybody else who doesn't have telepathic powers as like the other, like they're different from us. They're not even really the same, species that we are. I understand that's all psychological horseshit, to make sure that, you get service and you get obedience and whatever, so everybody's kind of, you're forcing sort of like everybody into a camp, as far as humans and non-humans or whatnot. It's an age-old tale used for numerous reasons, none of them usually good. But it's awesome that Psy-Corps is utilizing that, and I can understand, and that's why I always saw Talia as, with the walls up. The most we ever got from her was definitely the Ironheart episode, and that gave me a little hope for her character. But even with the command crew, none of them want her around. Not, when John was going to talk to his people, off goes Talia. She's not considered I know that she's not part of Earth Force, per se, but she's not even considered like an advisor, that's tough. God, what an excellent moment. I don't even know the guy's name. The dude that was in charge of the Underground Railroad, the guy that was like the Babylon 5 contact. But it's the one guy that I love, the dude that we've seen before. What an incredible delivery he has. He's almost ethereal. The way that he has, like, he never blinks and he's just like staring, and he has that really cool, almost quiet, almost whisper affect to it. Boy, oh boy, he really directs me every time that he's on in a scene. I'm just like focused on that guy, even to the point when there's conversations in the foreground, I was noticing him in the background, like sitting on those crates, and it's almost like he was mouthing the words of the conversation, like he was following it like from a distance. The guy knows really how to just make sure that he's playing a scene even if the camera's off of him, and I appreciate that so much. It just really adds so much for me, both to his character and just to the show. It just really makes it work. It really makes it breathe, which is a good segue for this. I often mentioned it in the original series of Star Trek, whenever you would have like the principals kind of come out into the hall, we'd have a travel tracking shot or something, and you'd see the business of the Enterprise in the background. As you saw people, science officers and security and people going hither and yon, just doing what they have to do to, keep up their end of the Enterprise, which I always thought was awesome because it shows that the Enterprise was alive. It was living, it was breathing. That's how I felt with this episode of Babylon 5. Now, we've seen it throughout Babylon 5 so far, but it really is starting to build to the point now where I notice it, and it's just really impressive what they do. Knowing their budget and knowing how they were just trying to, they had a fraction of what you all told me that like Next Generation and DS9 had. And I don't really have any point of comparison between those, but I'll just say this, knowing that TOS and having the original series having budgetary problems, being able to place that many people in a scene, it's just so cool. Costuming everybody, makeup for the different, we have Drazi walking in the background that are in full makeup, they don't say a word. And yes, I know that there are like the kind of like non-articulate, there's easier kind of cheaper ways to make like the heads and the faces of the different aliens, but at the same time, you're going through some expense, time. The makeup artists still have to put that stuff on, prepare it, make it look at least, distance camera ready. it's very, very impressive. You know, the sets this season too, the upgrades that they've made are absolutely noticeable. It's just really well done. It's just, you know, I really appreciate the, you know, every penny is spent towards the show. You know what I mean? You can tell that they are really putting everything they have into this, whether it be the acting. Obviously the writing is just ridiculously good, but you know, even like there was only one hard edit cut in this one that kind of jarred me for a little bit when we cut from, like, I think it was Sheridan down to the group. He's like, I'm gonna take care of this, and we cut down to the group, and I'm like, oh, whoa, that was rough. But you know, of course those are things that you have to happen and have to tell in a very short kind of format of a television show. And again, I'm super nitpicky, but this show is just ridiculous. This episode in particular was so good. Man, I just can't tell you how much I love being fooled. It is the absolute best. Bester. I mean, it was just, oh my God, I'm gonna relive that for a long time. That was a journey. That was like, oh my God, such depression. Like, one of our principals is evil again. You know, it's like worse, way 100 times worse than Jack's betrayal. I'm like, oh my God, no. And then you find that it's fine, and you're brought back up, and then you're like confused for a second, and then oh, that was just, what a journey. That was so much fun. I'll end with this too. Something that happens at the top of the episode that we kind of got away from, you know, because we didn't really have the opportunity to revisit it, was our nice little dinner at Fresh Air between Delenn and John. And I like that quite a bit. And I can definitely see that they're trying to at least build a very strong friendship between those two, but I would say that there's more to it, simply because, you know, you don't have that type of non-business banter between two people where they shut down the restaurant. When they cut back to them, that place was empty. You know, and they were sitting there laughing and talking, and John was in a real good mood, you know, telling jokes and shit, not caring about the fact, well, he cared, but I mean, he wasn't like really kind of spun up over his room, you know, he was still, even as they were falling asleep, telling those awful dad jokes. And when a dad tells you they're awful, they're real bad. But, you know, again, this show is starting to really cook for me. Every corner, every burner on the stove is heating up. And damn, it's almost to the point where it gets a little crowded, and you're like, wow, what storyline do I like the best here? What do I want to learn more about? And every time you learn more about something, you're like, I want to learn more about that. Even if it was something else at the top of the episode you wanted to learn a little bit more about. It's the brilliance of brilliant writing, because you're able to absolutely just kind of latch onto each and every story beat because they're all so damn good. I was a little shocked at Franklin. I'll say that I was a little shocked at Franklin until I really thought about it. And then when, you know, because Franklin always seemed to be a stickler for the rules, but what supersedes that for Franklin, the stickler for the rules thing, is the protection of the individual, the health, the care of a patient. That supersedes it. We've seen that before. And, you know, in doing that, it made complete sense that he is the person that was the point person for Babylon 5's leg of the Underground Railroad. That was really well done, you know, especially since he had the ability to kind of like requisition certain like medical supplies, and maybe, you know, like he even kind of hinted at that, like when he said, oh yeah, I got that cot for medical purposes. And that was just a little drop to show that, you know, if I need something, I can get it through the med lab. When he had the clinic, you know, he was grabbing stuff and taking it down. So again, really, really good stuff, friends, and really well done. All bases covered by JMS. JMS isn't writing out of his ass, everybody. He's making me look like an ass with his writing because he's brilliant. Friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time to board Babylon 5. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, unfortunately, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to say goodbye. So where should we say goodbye from? Friends, this is selfish, and I want to just relive it. I say we say goodbye from the moment where, at the very least, I bought hook, line, and sinker that Talia and Bester had killed all of those rogue psi telepaths. Oh my God, what a beautiful, one of my favorite moments in the show so far was just being fooled and fooled and fooled completely, friends. And that's the beauty of that moment. And that's where we say goodbye from. Friends, until the next time JMS pulls one over on me, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.